Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Industrial PvP Server version 1.0. Industrial Server PvP is basically Industrial Craft and all the different mods, Red Power, Buildcraft, etc. But with PvP, nukes are enabled, lasers are enabled, dynamite are enabled, industrial TNT, normal TNT. It's one big fun party. But having such power and mods, I mean, in Industrial Craft, you don't just build your base in a day. You build it over weeks and, well, not weeks and weeks, but many, many days. And in a PvP environment, especially with nukes, people are just going to fry it in a day. So what you do is you work hard to get this block that you can only place once, which is called a base protection block. And as you can see, you can only have one limit of one. And what it is a 50 by 50, 30 up and down high. So 15 up from the block and 15 under the block protection. No one else now can come in here and break anything of mine. They can place 100 nukes all outside and blow everything around me, but they cannot destroy my base. Now, just a little tip, they may be able to damage you with a nuke because of the nuke power, you know, the explosion radius, but they will not destroy your base. If you use a tool, which is just a diamond pickaxe, you can right click it and it'll give you some information. There's a small bug right now with version 1.0 of Industrial PvP server. I'm basically labeling the whole Industrial PvP server as version 1. So it's nothing to do with the client version, it's just a server-side version. I'm trying to do a better versioning system. When I get to version 2, it'll probably be in a wipe by then. But anyways, when you first place the block, your welcome message and farewell message are disabled. Now you can automatically go PS toggle while in your thing and do farewell message like this to toggle it, and then of course it'll pop up when you leave the zone like this, for example. Ta-da! But of course not when you're entering. But when the server does reset, it will enable the flag properly, and it'll actually say your name and whatnot. Just a little bug there, so you can enable it or keep it disabled. It's up to you. Basically, you build a base, you kick ass, you fight each other. That stone protects your base. Like I said, you can only have one base. You can actually invite people. There's a whole list of commands. You just do PS, and it'll tell you all the information, and PS more will tell you even more information. I'll show you another little cute command here just before I finish. Now, don't spam this one. This is only when you really need help figuring out where your border is, but you can type in PS visualize, and it'll actually build a glass frame around your base. So now you get the idea of how high it goes and how big your base is. I think that's a pretty big base for your protection, don't you? And don't forget, it's the same size of what you see here, also going under the ground. So how kick-ass is that for a base? So let me take you over to one of our first things. We're making outposts. They're fun, basically. You take them over, you get a reward out of it, and today I'm going to show you a really cool outpost here. This one is called Outpost Carbon Plate. The outpost objectives are basically to go in. There's a PvE objective as well, PvP, because people can come here. They're far enough where you can't load the chunks, so you can't live 2 feet away and think, hey, I'll win because I'll just load the chunks and then come and get the rewards. But basically what happens is you can come in here in multiple ways. You can fly in up here, or you can come inside and take the quantum suit up. Or if you're not using a quantum suit yet, of course, it's the beginning of the server, you have the stairs option, which you can come up here a few levels, and then of course quantum suits get an extra boost, plus jetpacks get the extra boost of the next level. For us young guys, we have to do the walking of the stairs for now. Once you come up here, where the jetpacks can come in and the quantum suit can come up, you have to go up these little waterfalls here. That's the challenge. I mean, it's a slow little challenge. These are basically choke points. The whole point of the choke points are to make it exciting and fun, where, you know, people can hold and protect, etc., etc. Then you come in here. Inside of here is pitch black right now. So I'm gonna, for your sake, bring out a couple torches just to show you what it looks like in here. but this has a couple zombie spawners. Oh, I don't have that kind of admin on right now. So let me find torch in this list. Here it is. So if we, oh, you know what? I can't even place blocks in here because I'm not op. So I'll just do this quickly. You can see all the monsters in here. It's just 2 zombie spawners, but of course skeletons and creepers can also naturally spawn in here. Just to give you an idea. Sorry if I'm causing seizures. Huh, look at that. That one actually placed. It's actually not there though, if you right click it again. But anyway, so you can come in here and start kicking ass, right? Like this. You can dynamite the place up, and hopefully it blows up your mobs. So you can play smart. And actually, those dynamite don't seem to cause mob damage. So that's a little bug I'm going to have to look into. Oh, yeah, they do. Okay. Or, of course, you can put your laser mode on, and you can turn it on to something like explosive mode. Boom, 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 like this. You don't iron them in there. So what you can do is basically come through this door, and you can sit here basically. You can open it up and go two, and then hide for cover, and then open the door and come through here. So after you come from this level, you got to go through one of the stairs here and try to get the next level. The next level is just basically natural spawning mobs, which isn't a big deal there to take them out. And then, of course, there's another layer. You know, a lot of natural mobs kind of move up the stairs, so it's kind of a fun little tower thing. Then you get to this layer. Woohoo! Nice kick-ass layer. You got lights, you got a nice little view outside, etc., etc. So you come in here, it says stand on the plate until the light blinks. Go through the door. I put a little sound effect there, too. Electro was the one who designed the tower. And then the door opens. It takes about 2 seconds to 1 second after the light blinks to get into here. And here you go. You've reaped your rewards. Basically, you come over here. There's a free charging thing here. So it's like, sweet. I can charge my gun while I get my loot. And you can hold your position here. I mean, it's a really good fighting position. I mean, you can hide over here and take cover. And, you know, try to prevent anyone from coming up here. And you can try to hold this as long as you want. Because, I mean, come on. This baby provides carbon plates every 2 minutes. A carbon plate is created with this wonderful machine. And yeah, you can sit here and hold it, or you can try to leave with if there's a few in there. And hopefully no one comes by and kills you. And it's just a fun, really fun little activity to do. So this is called Outpost Carbon Plate. I know it's almost lame and silly sounding, but I thought, why not have fun little silly sounding names? And I thought it was a great idea. I just want to talk to you about a few of the other things on the server. So there's the industrial PvP server, of course, that's what this is. Basically, your job is to kick ass, have fun, kill each other, build a base, get powerful, you know, maybe conquer these, AFK and these kind of things. See what you can do without people coming after you. Basically, there is no rules on aggression as long as you don't exploit and cheat, etc., etc. And I mean, you know when you're exploiting, you know when you're abusing bugs. Don't do it, or you're gone. The biggest feature here is base protection block. It protects against everything possible, nukes, everything you can think of. Amazing feature. And it's awesome. This base itself is actually protected by one. It uses a sponge version, and it's 100 by 100, 256 up and down. So it protects the whole area. It's basically an outpost block, we called it, and it works great. We have a new feature called Combat Tag. So I'm just going to pause this quickly and give you a demonstration. Okay, so everyone, welcome to James Bendis here. He's my guinea pig. Unfortunately, I'm controlling him right now, so it's going to be a little weird at first. So one of the bugs I just want to let you know is if you use explosive mode, which I think we're using explosive mode, it does AoE damage, like in TNT. It does not flag a player for PvP, and it does not tag them. In fact, if you kill them with explosive, you will not get a kill by whatever. It'll say he died by explosion. He blew up, for example. If you hit him with a normal laser, so if we change the mode and turn it into, say, let's just do mining for fun. Okay, I have to pause back and forth. He's not under the ground. You know how bad Minecraft is at sinking. So if I hit him with a laser and kill him, it's gonna own him. There you go. That works. So only the direct shots on the lasers, and then of course everything else tags them. Now let me show you what happens if I shoot him and he logs off. Okay, here. So when James gets shot once, anyways, he'll get tagged. It'll actually have a message saying you've been tagged for 300 seconds, and you can actually look it up, CT, and it'll say how long you've been in combat. It only happens to the person who gets hit by the other person. So now he is tagged. So what happens when he logs off? Unfortunately, I have to pause this so you won't see it happen live. But here's an example of what happens when he logs out. Okay, ta-da! So what happens is he turns into PvP logger and a number, and it goes 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., etc., and it grows. He didn't have any armor and items on him, but everything is on him. And now if I kill PvP logger, for example, ta-da! It'll say PvP logger 2 was slain by Can. Unfortunately, it doesn't say the player's name. But now that person is dead. When they log in, they will actually get the screen just like they just died right when they log in. And that happens for 5 minutes. So you're tagged for 5 minutes, and if you log out within 5 minutes, you stay logged in for 5 minutes. This will prevent people from Alt F4 and cheaping, crapping, whatever. There is no known dupe bugs with this one that we're using, and it's been recommended from many fine admins who run PvP servers out there. So I thought, you know what? It's a wonderful feature for us to use. So moving on the list, one of the other features we have is Lock-It. Basically, Lock-It on this server is meant to protect your chests from explosions. For example, if you don't use a diamond block to protect your base, it'll prevent nukes and etc. blowing them up. But people can break the sign and loot inside of them. Why do we do this? We want everyone to lock at their chests to prevent lag on the server. That's what it's for. It's not meant for anything else. So if your base expires, so if you haven't logged in 7 days, your base will actually expire, and it'll be open to anyone to attack. If they nuke your base, we don't want thousands of items scattered over the world, so we use a Lock-It to actually just protect that block alone. That way, the people can go and break the sign and loot your chests and don't have to lag the server. That's all Lock-It's used for. It's a requirement, it's part of the rules that you need to use Lock-It to lock your chests to protect them from lagging the server, basically, and that's what their use is for. The next nice little feature I want to talk about is death. Now, you can't use /kill whenever you want. Actually, I have to turn off creative mode, I think. You can't use it whenever you want. We're not allowing that. You can't just use /kill just because you want to find a new plot. But notice the coordinates are -888, -1000. If we do kill again, our coordinates are going to jump again. Now we're at 288, -300. What we have is a new random teleportation system. 400, 600, -600. And this is a really, really cool feature. It's not used to find a nice piece of law, and it's part of the server rules. It's only allowed to be used if you get stuck. For example, you get stuck in somebody's property because they've built a trap to keep you in there, then you're allowed to use the command. If you use it to teleport like I just did, that is a bannable offense. It's against the rules. You're not allowed to ever use /kill unless if you're stuck. And that's it. And I don't mean stuck because you're, oh, I'm stuck on my decision, because you guys know what will happen to you. I just want to tell you some of the rules. I just want to run them down. Apparently I'm not welcome in this area. So dying put me in a random spot. Oh, by the way, if you use a bed, if you actually sleep in a bed, you'll be saved there. So once you have a base up and you sleep in a bed, you won't be randomly teleported. There is no such thing as spawn. Now, the first tower base, the Outpost carbon plate, is actually at spawn, but there isn't actually a spawn anymore like what you would consider on most servers. Some of the rules, stupidity can't be used for a defense or an excuse. If you're going to be an idiot and say, there wasn't a rule for that I couldn't, cheat in some way, blah, 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 you'll be gone. that's actually a rule in itself. No hacks like X-ray, etc., etc. No duping, no taking advantage, no of bugs, no exploiting, etc., etc. Basically, taking an advantage of a bug, using a bug, and even playing the stupid case like, oh, I didn't know that was a bug. I thought this machine was supposed to dupe my items. Yeah, goodbye. You can play on another server. Slash kills only to be used in situations where you're stuck. I put that in a nice red bold on etc. etc. No using scattering mode. I'm going to say it right now, guys. You are not allowed to use scattering mode on the laser. If you do, you're gone. We can't have that mode being used. It's too damaging to the server. Unfortunately, there's not a way to disable it at this time, but if you hold M, this is what it looks like. If you use that, we'll get rid of you. It causes way too much lag, and we just don't want to do that. Basically, if you use that underground, it just shatters everything in its path, and it's too damaging to the server, and we just can't have things like that. All chests must have locket, so like I told you about the explosion, etc. There is a bug where you can actually use forestry and build a farm beside a base to exploit to break their buildings and stuff. Of course, that is an exploit, and that's abusing a bug. That's an instant ban there. I'm just reminding you guys again, just in a nicer, way. You can't do that, so please don't try doing it. No looping wires, no long tube networks, use TP pipes, of course. Everything must have a chest or lava to destroy items. Pretty much cut down all entity lag as much as possible, because we don't want a bunch of items in tubes. We don't want them all flying on the ground, etc. We just want to make things compact, smooth, clean, so we have an enjoyable gameplay. Turn off machines and devices before logging. We don't want to see a bunch of timers and etc. just sitting there ticking, and when people walk around, the whole server is lagging just because you decide to leave all your crap running all night long. We don't want that. Turn off your devices. Be mature. Help out the server. And then, remember, you're responsible for your actions and your account. So if you lend your account to your brother and he starts calling everyone the N-word, I'm sorry, it was nice knowing you, but your account is banned. We don't ban your personality, we ban the account. Also, circumventing the rules in any way possible, find ways to cause the issue. Basically saying, hey, you didn't say you can't do this, and, you're trying to piece together bullshit, basically. This is not the court of law. I'm the judge and jury. And yeah, don't fuck around. So yeah, this is the industrial PvP server. It's going to be a blast. It's going to have a lot of fun. You're going to have a great time. Basically, you're just killing each other. You're going to get those towers. There's one tower for version 1.0, but we'll add new towers on the next versions. There will be version 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. Usually those are minor fixes and etc. And then we'll have big updates like version 2.0, which usually follows by a wipe and probably a new tower or maybe another new tower. Probably only one new tower at a time. We don't want to overdo it. I think our next one is going to be probably compressed the carbon plate, the plates, or not the plates, what do you call them? Iridium plate. Yeah, we're going to give out free iridium plates. The other armor sets, why aren't they called plates? We'll see what the quantum suit's made out of. We know it's made out of iridium. Ah, there we go. Advanced alloy. So our next one will probably be advanced alloy. Advanced alloy is used quite a bit. We're also thinking in the long future we'll upgrade towers as well as maybe even retire towers. And when we retire towers, we'll consider them more of a ruin. So what we'll do is maybe we'll take scatter mode on the laser, which you're not allowed to use, and shoot it twice in like 2 different positions, and basically just leave it. That's it. It sits there forever, and it's dead. It's gone, and people can go and see it as a ruins and sits there, but there will have no function feature to it. Another feature we want to do over time, for example, for this current tower, maybe in 2.0, what we can do is once it makes, say, 1,000 carbon plates, it starts activating a new factory on the top level. Maybe that opens a special door that you can go there. That'll start making diamonds, like the diamonds, the crystals, the first version of the crystals that you use actually to create the nano suit. And maybe it'll produce one of those every 5 minutes. It'll be a slow process, maybe even a little slower. And of course, one little chest, so you couldn't just AFK there for 2 days, and then there'd be like hundreds and hundreds of them or whatever. But we really want to make the towers a fun objective. We really want people to go to them. We really want them to be just a really great fun time, and we've tried to make it in a way where you can try to hold the line. They're not going to just be towers everywhere. In fact, some of the ideas we came up with was a cave. Maybe we can even create a spider cave that, spawns spiders all over the place. You got to fight through the spiders to go to the end of it. And we could even do something fun, so it doesn't even have to be something useful, but it could be a fun thing. Like, for example, at the end, maybe there's a timer that creates a spider egg itself that you can loot, that goes into the chest every 10 minutes or whatever. Something fun like that. Or, maybe a pig or a cow or a mushroom cow, etc., etc. We can really create some really neat and unique fun opportunities with this. And we want to really bring the PvP into it, make some objectives that are actually really enjoyable, and etc. So you can check the thread in this description. At the bottom in the description, there's a thread which I'm going to keep permanently. I'm going to upgrade that thread over time. It's going to be the official thread for this. The server isn't probably quite up when you see this video. It'll probably be up soon, but you'll have to check that thread to keep updated. Don't ask in YouTube because that's where I'll update it. But your suggestions and ideas are very welcome. We like to hear them as well and get ideas. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers the industrial PvP server. And I hope you come check us out. And you only need a whitelist to the industrial server. We're not charging money as in the third server. We're not trying to be jerks here. Hey, I do need money, so if you want to help and subscribe to VIP, that helps me, but I'm trying to let everyone have the opportunity to play for free. Anyways, thanks so much, guys, and have a wonderful day.